Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Joel Schlessinger, board certified dermatologist.
And I'm Dr. Daniel Schlessinger, also board certified dermatologist.
And we're talking about eczema because it's National Eczema Awareness Month, and it's a subject that's near and dear to our heart because we've come up with a product called FixMySkin, which is 1% Hydrocortisone Healing Balm to treat things like eczema.
And it always brings up the question, what is eczema? So eczema is the tendency to have dry, itchy, inflamed skin. And when you have dry skin, the cracks in your skin open up and it lets in stuff from the outside environment, like dryness, irritation, other products that you may be using that you become sensitive to. And that also leads to a form of eczema called contact dermatitis.
And you can actually get infected in these areas. So a lot of times what you see as eczema is just skin that has been somehow traumatized, whether it's the air outside that's dry, going out without your gloves or without any protection. And so the skin just gets irritated. So what I would say as a dermatologist, bottom line, please be careful when you go outside. When it's cold outside, wear some protective garments, protective clothing. Don't overwash. Washing isn't going to help this. You do not want to put hot water on it, lukewarm water. What else would you say?
Well, I think a lot of people are overwashing. They're soaping their entire bodies when they shower, and honestly, you don't always need to do that. Sometimes you only need to soap in the areas that got sweaty, your armpits, the groin, and if you're really dry everywhere else, you just wash that with water.
Now, the other things that you might want to do just to help your body to be as good as it can during the winter, get a humidifier for your house if you don't have one and put it on and make sure that it's working. The other thing is to avoid any things like harsh chemicals, ingredients that can damage your skin. I always like a very mild soap like Dove unscented soap in the bar form, and moisturize, moisturize, moisturize.
The other thing that sometimes people have the option to change is to go from hard water to soft water. And when you soften your water, that removes some of the harsh chemicals and buildup that might create dry skin.
That's a huge help, I'll tell you. It really does make a big difference. And last but not least, if you are itching and you happen to be using Tide detergent, you might want to switch to All Free and Clear. That's a great detergent. I recommend it to my patients every day. I usually like the All that is the liquid form of All, and no bounce pads, no fabric softeners, no bleaches in your laundry. And also, just in case, if you have other people in your house that are using bounce pads, fabric softeners, other detergents, have them switch because it stays in your laundry for 5 loads after you wash your clothes. So consider these things. Any other parting words?
I would just also say not everything that itches is eczema. So if you have itch and you're treating it as eczema at home and it's not getting any better, you should see your board certified dermatologist because there's a lot of other things that it could be and they need to figure out what it is.
Well, happy National Awareness of Eczema Month, and thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great and unitchy month.
Thank you.